Some interesting news just dropped about a potential free agent fit for Bo Nix as he heads into his second year. Could this be a move the Denver Broncos should seriously consider, or is it one to pass on? Plus, the Broncos are bringing in a new quarterback for minicamp starting Thursday. The big question, is he just a camp arm, or does he actually have a shot at making the roster? We're breaking it all down in today's video. Also, with the NFL schedule released just a week away, it's time to start thinking, who do you want to see the Broncos face in week 1? Personally, I'd love to see a real challenge right out of the gate. A team like the Green Bay Packers would be the perfect test, especially at altitude. That early season matchup could expose teams that aren't yet in peak condition, and it's a great chance for Bo Nix to make a strong first impression. Now on to the biggest headline of the day. Wide receiver Gabe Davis has officially been released and is now a free agent. Broncos fans will remember Davis from his explosive moments with the Buffalo Bills. After signing with the Jacksonville Jaguars, expectations were high, but things haven't panned out. Jacksonville appears to be shifting toward a youth movement, especially with moves like bringing in Travis Hunter and parting ways with veteran tight end Evan Engram. That rebuilding focus likely made Davis expendable. So could Gabe Davis be a fit in Denver? He brings playoff experience, red zone production, and a big play threat. All things the Broncos could use as they retool their offense. Keep an eye on this one. A lot of insiders familiar with the Denver Broncos are saying Gabe Davis could be the perfect addition to this wide receiver group. Head coach Sean Payton has expressed confidence in the current receiving core, which may explain why the team didn't draft a wide receiver until later rounds, selecting Pat Bryant, despite several top-tier prospects still being available at pick 20. The Broncos also passed on opportunities to pursue veteran stars like Cooper Kupp and Stephon Diggs, signaling that they're selective about who they bring in. That's what makes Gabe Davis an intriguing option. According to analysts like Sayer Bettinger from Predominantly Orange, Davis would be a low-risk, high-reward signing. If he doesn't perform, there's minimal financial downside, but if he has a breakout year and earns a big contract elsewhere, Denver could benefit from compensatory draft picks. That's a smart, strategic play. Davis is known as a high-character guy and a serious competitor, traits any locker room would welcome. He showed flashes of brilliance during his time in Buffalo, most notably that unforgettable playoff game against the Kansas City Chiefs, where he racked up over 200 receiving yards. He's got excellent hands, reliable route running, and an ability to win contested catches, even when double-teamed. While some argue he benefited from playing alongside Josh Allen, the tape doesn't lie. Davis consistently creates separation, beats zone and man coverage, and makes plays in traffic. His ability to high point the ball and stay locked in through contact is elite. If the Broncos were to take a flyer on him, it could be one of those under-the-radar moves that pays off in a big way. What do you think? Is Gabe Davis a fit for Denver? One thing Gabe Davis brings to the table that the Broncos could really use is yards after the catch. Right now, Denver's receiver room is full of go-up-and-get-it types, guys who can win contested catches. But what's missing is a true playmaker who can turn a short gain into a big one after the ball's in his hands. And let's not forget, Davis has done it against top competition. His production against teams like the Kansas City Chiefs proves he can rise to the occasion. Could he be Denver's answer to cracking the Chiefs' defense? He knows how to find soft spots in zone coverage, and his route running can be downright nasty. He's a technician, something the Broncos could absolutely use more of on offense. What's also interesting is how many notable wide receivers are still on the market. Amari Cooper remains unsigned. Keenan Allen is also available. Watching the film on both of them, there's no denying the talent is still there. And it might be worth taking a shot, but if Denver passes on all of them, Gabe Davis, Amari Cooper, Keenan Allen, it sends a strong message. Sean Payton truly believes in the group he already has. He passed on players like Deebo Samuel and Cooper Kupp earlier, and if he passes on this group too, it's clear he sees real potential in this roster. Now, shifting to another big development. Minicamp starts tomorrow, and the Broncos are bringing in another quarterback, Desmond Ridder. Ridder has bounced around a bit, previously playing for the Falcons, Cardinals, and even spending time with the Raiders. Now he's getting a shot in Denver. Some fans online are wondering if he could be used in a Taysom Hill-type role. But based on his film from his college days at Cincinnati and his time in the NFL, that comparison doesn't really hold up. Ritter is more of a traditional pocket passer with a big arm. Yes, he can move, but he doesn't bring the kind of versatility Taysom Hill does as a runner or gadget player. So why bring him in? It's likely a practical move. With a bunch of receivers and new offensive installs happening during minicamp, the Broncos need arms, guys who can run the offense, distribute the ball, and help evaluate talent. Ritter gives them that, and maybe a little more if he impresses. Bo Nix won't be attending rookie minicamp, and that's no surprise. He's being treated as the future of the franchise, and the team is clearly moving forward with that mindset. As for Desmond Ritter's arrival, what do you think? Is this simply a depth move, or could there be more to it? Some fans have floated the idea of Ritter being used in a creative role, maybe even as a Taysom Hill type gadget player. He's shown flashes of athleticism, like on that red option jump pass, but overall, he looks more like a classic pocket passer than a dual threat utility guy. It feels more likely that he's just a camp arm, someone brought in to help run drills and support the workload during minicamp. The quarterback room is already crowded. Right now, the Broncos have Bo Nix as the starter, Jarrett Stidham as the clear backup, and Sam Ehlinger as the third option. If Ritter makes the 90-man roster, he'd be the fourth quarterback heading into training camp, and that's a lot. With roster cutdowns ahead, Denver has some decisions to make. Ideally, it would be smart to carry just 2 quarterbacks into the regular season. Last year, the team kept 3, hoping Zach Wilson might flash enough in preseason to generate trade value or even earn a compensatory pick down the line. That gamble didn't pay off, and it came at the cost of roster flexibility. Key contributors like Tim Patrick and Samaje Perine were affected by that decision. Let's be real. If Bo Nix and Jarrett Stidham both go down, the season is probably in trouble regardless. Keeping a third quarterback just for insurance doesn't necessarily move the needle. Unless there's a clear reason to believe someone like Ritter can contribute in a unique way, 2 quarterbacks should be enough. And finally, a major trade just went down involving a player many Broncos fans were hoping would land in Denver. Let's break that down. Big news from around the league. Wide receiver George Pickens has officially been traded to the Dallas Cowboys. The cost? A 3rd and 5th round pick. But here's the kicker. Pickens is on the final year of his deal, so if Dallas wants to keep him beyond this season, they'll need to pay him big. That's a risky move for a team already dealing with cap challenges. We've seen the Cowboys hand out massive contracts, some questioned, to players like Dak Prescott and Micah Parsons. Adding Pickens to that mix could complicate things further if he commands a top-tier receiver contract. And honestly, it's probably a good thing the Broncos stayed out of this one. Pickens, for all his talent, has gained a reputation for being a high-maintenance presence in the locker room. If a coach like Mike Tomlin, one of the most respected leaders in the league, decides to move on from him, that's a serious red flag. The Broncos are building something different, a young, cohesive team with a strong locker room culture. Giving up picks and bringing in that kind of drama just isn't worth it. Denver has made it clear they're focused on developing players who fit their system, not just chasing names, and that approach is getting recognition. Pro Football Focus just ranked the Broncos as the 3rd most improved team of the NFL offseason, and the only team in the top 3 that made the playoffs last year. Think about that. Other teams got better because they had nowhere to go but up. The Broncos were already competitive and still took a big leap forward. That speaks volumes about the direction this franchise is heading. A signing like Gabe Davis would only add fuel to the hype, but even without it, there's a ton to be excited about in Denver. The roster is younger, faster, and better positioned than it's been in years.